morning. Wanted to share a thought with you guys. So recently had a client reach out to us to conduct 3 inspections for them, and I was part of an email thread, and essentially the thread went on to say, we're booking inspections, can we coordinate the inspection? Well, the property management company essentially said, I've done a ton of these, let me do this for you, you can come, and then we'll do a meeting with the builder. I initially thought that is not the best approach. The reason I say that is because how in depth do you think that property inspector will be? How in depth do you think the property manager will be? Is the property manager gonna take the sump pump cover and uncover a failed sump pump? Are they gonna find the mold in the corner? Are they gonna find a leaky humidifier? Will they find missing insulation in the attic space? Are they testing every single appliance? Are they using a thermal image camera? If they are they qualified to understand what the camera's saying? See, these are things that property inspectors do day in and day out. And although I'm not speaking ill, I just bring some awareness because I was kind of shocked that that was the recommendation. Because let me ask you this: you as the property manager, if you're doing this service, can you be held accountable or liable for a service you are doing if you're not qualified to do it? Just a question. Okay. Recently, we actually had a management company reach out to us for us to do their eightplexes because they were finding that there was a ton of defects with these new builds. Now, a property management company will charge their fee, which they should be, but do you think they're going to be happy to take on additional work from that particular client if they're getting bogged down by these new build defects that should have been avoided initially? Because here's the thing: every time a tenant calls the property management company, they're getting requests, and so that's time. If you've got 8 units on a new build, and I'm telling you, from experience, there's a ton of issues with some of the product that's being brought to market. And so if your property management company is getting phone call after phone call after phone call, do you think they are going to offer you the best service? Because I know I would have my limit, because if you're not making money on a particular project, you're not caring as much potentially. So just food for thought. And so this property management company is connecting us with the buyer, and we are doing the inspection. We're giving the list to the builder for them to repair. Now, whether they get to it right away is not the concern. The concern is it's documented. So there's no ins or outs. It's in the report. If new home warranty has to step in, it was documented properly at possession. Another thing people tend to do is let's do it 11 month. That's the wrong approach, because how are you able to say when the damage occurred? If no one lives there and the damage is noted, there's no argument. The builder's responsibility. Now, depending on, of course, on what it is. So you want to do your inspections at possession, okay? And a property inspector I find, will likely be more qualified, more in depth than a property management company. Maybe I'm wrong. What's your experience like? Maybe share. Anyhow, food for thought. Talk to you guys soon. Enjoy your day.